Hi, everybody. Claudia here from Fluffy Cow Coffee. As you know, we are the only coffee company in the country that supports farm animal sanctuaries. And we do this with our week-long online fundraiser benefiting a specific sanctuary in the country. And today we are back with
Yes.
the lovely, oh my gosh, hold on, with the lovely Shelley from Xanadu Animal Sanctuary in Tennessee. Hi, Shelley.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. So nice to see you again. It's been a couple of years. I think we last chatted in 2023.
That's right. That's right. And we have been going strong since then.
I'm sure. I'm sure there's a never-ending need
There
for your.
definitely is. Definitely is. It never stops.
Yeah. So now, Shelley, remind the folks, particularly those who are Fluffy fans, because your fans I know already know all about Xanadu.
Hmm.
Tell us about Xanadu, where you're located, and how long you've been around, and your mission, and that kind of thing.
Okay, so we have been here since 2018. We're in Etheridge, Tennessee, which is about an hour and a half south of Nashville.
Mhm.
We specialize in livestock animal rescues as well as horse rescue. We have about 26, 27 residents now, still room to grow. Um, and our mission is saving them all one at a time. That is our overall mission. But we specialize specifically in the livestock rescues the most, mainly the underdogs, the orphans, the abandoned, the abused. We take in the ones that just didn't have a chance and let them live out their lives here with us at Xanadu.
Fantastic. Now, Shelley, tell me about the species of your 27 residents.
Okay, so we have 5 goats, 3 sheep, 4 cows, 3 horses, 3 cats, 7 dogs, 1 pig, and I think I make number 27 if I'm not mistaken.
Now, give us an idea of the origin stories of the goats, for example.
So for goats, so we're here with
We want to
Spec.
talk to Spec because we
If
definitely need
he
to talk
will,
to
if
Spec.
he will participate, he sometimes is a little camera shy. So Spec came with 3 other goats, Woody, Molly, and Chevy. They were all they were all 1 week to 2 weeks old. Spec was only maybe 5 days old, and they got dumped at a slaughter auction. What happened is a farmer was getting out of the goat business. He took all of his goats to the slaughterhouse. Many of them were pregnant and actually gave birth before they made it to the slaughter line, and those goats were just thrown into a pen so they could be auctioned off for a few more dollars the next week. So that's how we ended up with these 4. Spec was super, super sick with pneumonia. He honestly should not have made it. We had amazing vets um, work with us and stay up with him through the night. And he was hospitalized for several days as well. And
Mm.
even to this day, so Spec has lived a very healthy, happy life since then. He's grown up to be a beautiful, healthy boy. He's about 5 years old now. But even now he suffers from some neurological issues. He has occasional what I call goat seizures. They're not the same seizures like we would see in a human or a dog, but he has these occasional episodes that basically there's nothing we can do for him, but that's part of his high fevers he had as a baby, that he suffered from. So he'll live with that his whole life, and we don't know if that will ultimately make a difference in his longevity. We really hope not, because he is a super special boy.
Again, tell me again the lifespan of a goat.
About 15 years, about the same as a dog would be for goats
Oh,
and sheep. Your
okay.
cows and horses are of course more like 30. 30
30.
years. Cows I think cows are more like 25, but they can live up to 30 years if they're kept healthy, and if they will if they'll cooperate. I can It's about their feeding time, so they're all over here at the fence. Let me see if I can at least introduce one more other than Spec. Lucille, look up. Lucille.
Hi, hi, Lucille.
So hi, Lucille. So
Hi, Lucille. Oh,
that's Lucille.
who's a beautiful baby.
Yep.
How old is Lucille?
So Lucille is going on 7, and she was rescued at about 4 months old as well. She actually was an accident. A lot of times the farmers will ship all their males off to auction, and she was thrown in the mix. She has an umbilical hernia. So, they didn't look that close at the boys versus the girls. They saw that hernia and thought it was something else. And that's how she ended up at the auction. And we were there rescuing somebody else, but we just grabbed somebody out of that crew too. And that's how she came to be here.
It never stops amazing me.
Yeah. Are you in there, Shauna? I can't tell if you're in the.
Yes, she is. Is that a he or a she right there?
Yeah. And so this is Shiner. That is what a big Holstein milk cow would look like if they ever got to grow up to be fully grown. And he has a special story too. We rescued him at 1 week old. He was born and could not walk. His front legs would not function. So he got thrown out, and a farmer called us and asked if we would be willing to take him. We took him. He really just needed a little bit of physical therapy and a few vet trips. And actually, he was a baby when Lucille was about 2 years old, and Lucille actually helped him a lot, taught him how to run and do everything he does now, and he's perfectly healthy now. He just needed a little time and attention.
I'm an attention that you lovely people at Xanadu gave him so that he could survive.
That's
I
right.
have a crazy question.
Okay.
Do you ever have a situation where somebody like that farmer clearly didn't want to send the cow to slaughter and asked you to take care of her?
Yes.
Do they ever come visit?
They don't ever really come visit. Now, we have had one of our horse surrenders. The original owner does come to visit, but you would really be surprised. A lot of animal sanctuaries, they don't necessarily work with the farmers. The local farmers, they do what they do. They raise animals for food. They raise vegetables and all of our other grains and everything for food too. But they do care a lot about their animals, and we work a lot with the local farmers. And when they have an issue like this, they'll call us, and if we can help, we help. Every once in a while, we'll get a call asking, how are they doing? Or maybe they'll see it on Facebook and they'll comment. But as a general rule, no, they don't. they don't come visit them after that.
It is something to keep in mind, right? Like,
it is.
Even though it sounds heartless, what farmers and ranchers might do to animals. I had a dairy farmer sit with me on a board, and that man was heartbroken when something happened to his cows.
Yeah. And a lot of them
heartbroken.
A lot of them are. They do care about them, even though it's just part of what they do. So
yeah,
they care more than we think they do. A lot of them.
And it's so you're clearly, how big is your property?
So we have about 90 acres.
90.
Yeah, 90. We're using about 25. So we've still got room to grow. Our biggest obstacle is coming up with fencing and clearing money to be able to do that. So most of our fundraising goes directly to the care of the animals we have now and to be able to get in a new rescue. But we all are always working in the background on those bigger funds for fencing and clearing so that we can use more of our property to save more.
So when we chatted in 2023, give me an idea of how different Xanadu is today, 2 years later.
2 years later, we've slowed down taking in intakes. For the same reasons I just gave, just not enough room to graze. We have physical room. We have room in the barns. And we always have, I always have room to take in one, whether I really do or not. But we've slowed down with taking intakes. We have taken in one other horse, and she's our most recent rescue. She was abandoned. Well, she belonged to an owner. She stayed in a field. She had no human or animal contact for her entire life. About 15 years, they think it was her age. And then the owners had to sell the house. Somebody died. The owners had to sell the property. They had to get rid of the horse in a hurry. I literally had to decide and make room for her in 2 hours. So we took her in, and we were really nervous about it because she hadn't been around other animals, but she was able to get used to the horses pretty quickly. She can now be in any of the fields with the goats, the sheep, and the cows as well. So that would be one of our most recent rescues. But other than that, we haven't changed too much. Our mission is the same and our strategy is the same. We're just going slow. How
has the horse that you just described blossomed under your care
Oh
as
my goodness.
she learns to coexist, one with other horses, and two with other species, and three with humans.
Yep. So her name is Diamond, and I think she loves it here. It did take a minute. She was not aggressive, but she was very standoffish, and she was very fussy with the other horses. Of course, we introduced her to them first, and over a fence for a while. And then once we put them together, there was definitely some working out of who's in charge. Two of our other horses, Ripley and Ella Grace. Ella Grace is very laid back. Ripley is rather thinks she's in charge of everything. She thinks she's in charge of me, but deep down she knows better. But but they had to work out their skirmishes. But since then, I think Diamond really loves it here. She loves it when a person comes out to the pasture to see her. She will stand there and let you just scratch and love all over her. She almost gets. I've been watching her lately, and if you find just the right spots, she almost looks like she's drunk, swaying back and forth, just almost asleep or drunk or something like that. So she loves people to come visit. She likes being around the other horses. She likes being around the cows, and just like everybody else, she kind of likes messing with the goats. I think everybody kind of likes messing with the goats,
Right,
giving them a hard time.
Now, speaking of, do you invite people to Xanadu?
So we do Saturday tours. We have them noted on our website of which Saturdays are open. We usually do them throughout the summer and fall, and we sort of close down for the winter because of obvious reasons. We have lots of things going on in the winter, but yes, we do Saturday tours, and anyone can sign up on our website, and I will try to remember to put the link once we post this in for that.
That's awesome. Now, do you do any outreach to students in schools or like county fairs or that kind of thing?
We do go to an occasional event, just a local event. A lot of Saturdays they do a lot of farm on the square type of events, and we go to those. We go to an occasional fair, but not too much reaching out to the schools and whatnot. But we do go to an occasional event.
So what's exciting is your
say hi.
Hi. Who's that?
Say Speck. Look up.
It's Speck again. What's exciting is even though you don't have the funding currently, but the fact that you have the land and the ability to expand, given the appropriate funding, is exciting because there's so many who are just so. One, they're financially strapped, but they have physical limitations in the size of the property.
Right. When we originally bought this place, that was what we had in mind. We wanted there was no fencing at all, so except around the main yard, and so just the ability to do this. But yeah, we've got all the room we need to grow for at least the next, I would say, 10 to 15 years, unless we just go super fast.
That's very exciting. Now, do you have any species that you just say no, we can't do llamas, we can't do ostriches or whatever?
Never said no. In fact, I would really love an emu to chase the horses around myself. An ostrich would be great too. But no, we don't. We currently don't do birds like chickens and ducks. I would love to. We have a big predator issue, especially where I am. I'm surrounded by woods, so we would have to build the absolute Fort Knox of protection. We already have to do a lot just to keep the goats safe from the coyotes and the occasional mountain lion that strolls through here. But that's the only thing we currently say no to. One of these days, I'm probably just going to take in, a one-legged duck or something. It may just have to live in the house. So
100%.
That's happened before too. The pig lived in the house for the first year she was here. So
now, of the 7 dogs, I just want to be clear. Of the 7 dogs, these are not dogs you're looking to rehome.
Right. No, they are Xanadu residents as well, but except for one, they are all rescues as well. They all have their own story and came from some situation. The cats as well, even though 2 of the cats serve as barn cats and they keep the mice at bay. They are rescues as well. Everybody has come from a rescue situation, but no, we don't rehome them back out. No.
And then Shelley, generally speaking, is it fair to say that your residents come from pretty proximate to your location?
Correct. We get best from all over, but the ones that we take in, we usually try to keep it within 100, maybe 150 miles so that we can go get them ourselves.
Sure. Sure. Is there anything exciting happening in the next 6 to 12 months that I need to hear about?
Not that I can think of right now, but I hope to always have something exciting to announce soon. So we're hoping to do more rescues before the end of the year, but don't know when and what just yet.
Yeah.
Everybody.
You must never, right? Like that's the nature of your beast, is that your business, like what you do, you're always reacting to a need and you can never anticipate the need. You just know it always exists.
It's scary too, even when you go to one of these, we go to the livestock and the slaughter auctions, we'll announce that we're going to rescue so-and-so, but you never know, we may not actually be able to get them for whatever reason. Sometimes they pull the animal before something happens. So it's always super scary. You never want to overcommit. It's tough to go to those kind of things anyway. You want to bring everything to you and you know that you can't. So
I can't imagine the heartbreak every time.
I don't recommend it. But I almost think everybody should, just so they could see.
Right, exactly, 100%. So anyway, Shelley, you know, we love everything you do, and we know everybody who loves us loves everything that you do. But we need now to talk about your fundraiser.
All right. Yes.
So it's Thursday. We're on Thursday afternoon of your week-long fundraiser. It began Monday morning and Sunday at midnight. We donate $2.50 for every item sold on the website. So if you don't drink coffee, we have species-specific swag. Yeah. We have great mugs. We have fantastic coffee. And just know that every item, not every order, and it ends at midnight on Sunday. So we have 2.5 days to get the word out. Now, Shelley, give me an idea. Actually, we have 3.5. Give me an idea of like what kind of impact a $200 to $300 donation would have.
It's a big impact. We do most of our vet trips this time of year. The horses are going in about a week. We have a separate fundraiser set up for them. So this fundraiser we're going to use towards both the cows and the goats and sheep are all due for their annual vet trips. A couple of $100 will pretty much cover. They would just about cover all our goats and sheep. It would come really close to covering their annual vet expense, and that's huge for us because assuming no one gets sick, that's the only vet expense we'll have for the year for them. So it is a big deal. Every little bit helps.
Well, that's very exciting, Shelley. So this is the call to action. We're going to get the word out. We got 3.5 more days. We're going to spread the word to buy, because the coffee's fantastic and the swag is adorable and the packaging's amazing. And we're going to donate $2.50 because we want to write you a big old check on Monday to make sure those goats and sheep get their annual vet check. We want to cover the cost of the annual vet check.
Yes, very much. I'm trying to follow Speck. He's leaving me. I was trying to get him in the last little clip. Let's see. Oh, he stopped at a tree. Here we go. Yes.
Come on, Speck.
Speck, come here. Come on, Speck. I know you're camera shy.
Come on, Speck. We got to give you your vet appointment. We're going to pay for your vet appointment with the sales.
They're trying to help you out, buddy.
Look at that handsome baby. Look at that handsome boy. Well, Shelley, thank you so much for everything you do at Xanadu. We love everything you do. We love Xanadu. And this is our 3rd time together. We'll be together again, and we look forward to it. And we look forward to writing you a big old check on Monday. And you try to stay cool.
Cool. Yes. Thank you so much. We really love what y'all do, and we love your coffee too. So thank you for everything. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. And you have a wonderful weekend. Fingers crossed.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.